KNUST-TEK successfully graduated to start the Food Science and Technology program. We are grateful to all the professors, including one Ghanaian, Professor Benjamin Simpson, at McGill University. And then IDL, and then close to 1,000 undergraduates, and these are working or excelling in various fields, including the food. Where our experts collaborate with our clients to address various related food, health, and economic development issues, from risk assessment to food safety. Additionally, the department provides technical support for industry through research and services such as food hygiene training, which is very basic in the food industry. Our precious department celebrates 20 years of impactful food research and quality education. I want to extend my congratulations to the collective faculty, staff, alumni, industry partners, and all stakeholders who have supported us in one way or the other. I want to applaud each of you for your contributions to the field of food science and food sector. Just some few information on our future projections. We hope to introduce more postgraduate courses and the development of courses to attract international students, expansion of scholarships programs, and we invite the industry to come on board. Presentation of policy briefs by our PhD students, curriculum extension, and then more food research focused on addressing industrial, national, and global needs. Permit me to say that commercialization of our labs and ISO accreditation is ongoing. And on that note, I would want to appreciate our Vice Chancellor, Professor Mrs. Rita Bosia-Dixon, and then our Provost, Professor the financial muscles, given that the financial muscles go through this process. We are almost at the tail end, and we pray that we go through successfully. We also want to thank UNIDO for agreeing to pay the fees of the accreditation. We acknowledge all sponsors of this anniversary who have been duly recognized and appreciated in our brochure and then related documents. Permit me to appreciate these few ones. CEO of KNUST-TEK, is he here? Mr. Eric. He is alumnus of the department, and it was so amazing. We're just going to inform him about the program and the money he signed for us. 30,000 Ghana cedis, just like that, on that same day. So we really appreciate him. I'm not going to mention the rest, but they have all done well. We have CPC, we have HBW. Let's give them a clap, please. CPC, HBW, Nestle Ghana, and Switzerland, Yomi Yogurt, Blue Skies. The rest are going to be projected very soon. This 20th anniversary celebration promises to be exciting, engaging, and interactive. And I hope that you will enjoy participating in it. As we celebrate this milestone, let's focus on the future and push both the department and the food sector to greater heights. God bless us all, and thank you for coming. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Nishoji. 20 years of continuous improvements and translational research, not just in Ghana, but in the world at large. Let's give it up to the Department of Food Science. So we'd like to show you a short documentary about progress made by the Food Science Department. Tech team, kindly assist us.
The department have had a significant impact on the economy of Ghana, in the sense that the design of the program was actually based on the when the program was being developed.
the food industry so that we can meet the needs. We are no more doing science just sitting in the lab. Science must move from the lab to the community. So that was one of the reasons. Also, food science is multidisciplinary, so therefore they could go to anywhere that has food-related issues and we do research unit. And looking forward, I've seen them moving to that arena where they become they will have a lab leading in food, leading innovation, we can diversify the market, the food market, because we need to create a food basket that is very diverse, not rigid to the natural and the traditional one. We have to expand the food market. And that is where the food science will begin, both in terms of generating.
And that is where the food we have to expand the food market.
I didn't know Ghana at all before I came, but well, at first I was but I went through something. I go there some, but not too often. I visit them I will be going there, continue to go there for one of the if they have some function or something, and they want to invite me or something,
At McGill, I found out about Canada's CEDA Ideas program for institutional development and strengthening for higher educational institutions in developing countries. So I talked with the chair of the food science program at McGill to help establish a food science program at KNUST-TEK. So in 1988, 3 McGill food science staff, Drs. Vandervoort, Smith, and myself, visited KNUST-TEK to find out whether setting up a food science program at KNUST-TEK would be of interest. We discussed the idea with Professor Oldham and Vice Chancellor Kwame, who both expressed interest and support. CEDA awarded $1 million for staff and infrastructure development, while IDRC awarded $300,000 for research. The collaborative involved development of new programs, staff and student exchanges, collaborations in teaching, research, and graduate students' co-submission. We started with the MSc program in food science within the biochemistry department at KNUST-TEK and selected candidates, now Professor William Ellis, Professor Anthony Ayani, Dr. George Ewua, and Mr. Ken Annan, to come to McGill to train to form the new staff of the KNUST Food Science program. The KNUST MSc Food Science and Technology program has since grown into a full-fledged program offering degrees up to the PhD level. I must say that I'm exceedingly proud of the KNUST Food Science and Technology staff for how they have grown the program to be the foremost food science and technology program in the country.
20 years is no mean feat. A huge congratulations to the department on attaining this anniversary. I always say that the work we do should not be taken lightly, because what we are doing in the field of food science and technology is actually increasing research capacity and increasing expertise within the food science and technology field, not only in our respective countries, but then also for Africa as well. And that's very, very important. It should not be taken lightly. I'm very proud to be associated with the department. I've had the privilege and honor of mentoring a few students who did their studies at KNUST in the Food Science and Technology department. I mentored them for their PhD and for their masters as well. So I feel very, very proud to be associated with the department in that way. And I'm also currently external examiner for the department as well. So for me, that is something that I'm extremely proud of and something that I hope will continue into the near future.
20 years is such a privilege. You know, I am excited to be part of the department, to be leading the department to celebrate our 20th anniversary. We have some key things that we want to do: establish scholarships for our students with industry customized scholarships, or scholarships that it's in terms of research with industries, and then scholarships that probably will just be not paying stipend, but just for the research aspect. But we have one that could also cover for stipend and other things. So these scholarships are important to us, and we are calling on everybody to come on board to help us, especially our alumni and then the industry or all our collaborators. Then at 20 years, we are also reflecting to see how we can strengthen our relationship with industry, because we believe that we work hand in hand. We produce the manpower for them, and with their support, we can get the best of students with the well-qualified skills to go and support the industry.
Over the years, we have matured, and now we have a fully fledged Department of Food Science and Technology. I wish everybody well, and my wish is that as we move forward the next 20 years, we should be running several programs, cutting-edge programs, not only centered around food science and technology, but then all the various pillars of food science and technology to train Ghanaian youth in the sector of the food industry to handle so many of the diversities in the to make Mother Ghana move forward in terms of quality and safety of the food we eat.
Education, I can say, because most of our products are all in, almost all food science programs being run in the universities in Ghana. We have our alumni there supporting this program. Oh, let's give a round of applause for we have and we have trained people to help solve the food science issues in the nation. We will continue. We want to hear our keynote address, and we have none other than our very own Dr. Frank Asante, the MD of Cocoa, to give us. Let's keep clapping. We want more. Let's give him a standing as he gives us his address. Dr. Asante, you have us.
Thank you very much, Gloria. Shall we please take our seats? Good morning once again, Prof. Chairman, lecturers in the school, university administration officials, faculty members, alumni, guests, students, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. It is a great pleasure to be here as we mark the celebration of this department. Looking through the gathering, I can see several faces our good old Prof. Odam. It will interest many of you to know here in 1985, he was still our lecturer. I also see some young ones here. I know you have not come to CPC for your internship, so I might look strange, but I know you'll be joining us very soon for your internship for your national service. 20 years in the life of any institution is an important milestone, so being chosen to deliver a keynote address, I learned many years ago that this responsibility is normally reserved for a famous alumnus who has made significant in his field. As I stand here, I don't really know which of them I satisfy. But still, it is good to be here. And my hope is that we will enjoy this celebration. Many also learned that you should learn to acknowledge those who helped you. A special medase to all my lecturers, Prof. Odam, Prof. Zobefia, Dr. Arthur, and the technical team, Ejako Nimo, Mr. Dai, and the other facilitated my undergraduate studies in the department from 1985 to 1989. My special thanks to Professors V.P. Zobefia, E.K. Mafu, William Otuelis, Odro, my supervisors for my PhD and PhD research work. I believe I can attribute many of my successes in the cocoa industry to the mentoring I received from these professors, especially how to apply. And I want to say this, how to apply industrial or how to apply normal academic research findings to solve problems in industry. I say I'm very grateful. Now to my address. I will not be surprised if there are a few questions on the minds of some people here that needs answers. One, what is so complicated about food that we should associate science and technology with it? And two, what has this department achieved since its creation that we should celebrate it? I know we can all be tempted to assume that because we are assembled in a hall named Prof. Alote, we are all academicians. Since it is not everyone here that has been lectured in food science and technology, I think it is important that we address these fundamental questions so that we can appreciate why it was necessary to have a whole department in this great university devoted to the study of this discipline and the need for it to be celebrated. Almost all science dictionaries and textbooks indicate that food is one of the necessities of life, and it contains many substances essential for repair and maintenance of our body tissues and for regulating vital processes. Food is important for animals, insects, and viruses. That though food grows in abundance, its seasonality makes it necessary to preserve and process to avoid spoilage and contamination to ensure its constant availability. On food science and technology, one institute that is learning tells us that this discipline is the study of how to store food and process their healthful benefits are retained to stay longer and ensure food safety. We also learned that this can be done effectively by applying basic sciences, biochemistry, nutrition, biotechnology, and engineering. Over the years, these disciplines have helped reveal the composition, numerous properties, and behavior of of foods during processing, handling, storage, and distribution. Other researchers over the years also have done a lot, from breeding new varieties, developing more potent pesticides, upgrading old and introducing new technologies for processing and preservation of all in their quest for food security and safety. Ladies and gentlemen, regrettably, the methods used have sometimes varied the functionalities of some of the nutrients and occasionally
made the food we have worked hard to produce unsafe for consumption.
Changes in the food landscape and in the food required that, true to the vision of this university, it was not left out and behind,
but set up a more purposeful department to train persons to understand and propose
solutions to the emerging challenge. I believe that it was in this light that in 2004, during the presentation of books to the university's late Professor Kwesi Andam, the then Vice Chancellor of the university, may his soul rest in perfect peace, informed the whole world that the university was ready, after careful consideration and preparation, to establish this department together with 5 others in that academic year.
Professor Chair, ladies and gentlemen, 20 years on, the department can boast of
14 faculty members with 6 professors, 5 technical staff, 2 administrative assistants. We just said that over 600 undergraduates and 45 postgraduate students who are pursuing various degrees in BSc Food Science and Technology, MSc MPhil Food Science and Technology,
MSc Food Quality Management, Diploma Food Manufacturing, PhD Food Safety, and
BA Food Science and Technology. Let me say that many years ago, and this is for the young ones, when I was in the Department of Biochemistry, and I say this, that we will ask programs do everything that we can to make space wants to do. In the final year, many of us too comfortable working with some of the lecturers. Sometimes we think that they are too difficult, too hard. So, did everything that I could to avoid Professor Zugbifia. But somehow, I was in my hall, in this hall, when I heard that the topics were out. So I rushed to the department, only to find out it was only Prof. Zugbifia's topics that were still not taken. Say, but let me tell you, Prof. Zugbifia was just too good. Just too good. My topic then was characterization of Carapa procera. It was too good that, though I was not one of the best students in the department, to come and have my national service just because of the project. Then we decided that Prof said, Frank, if you are willing and you are ready, let's take this Carapa procera together with other oil seeds and then move on with your MPhil. So whilst my friends, the good ones, were looking for jobs, because I was in the department, I started my MPhil program. This time with another oil seed, Pentadecima, Butyrase, and then Telfera occidentalis. That is what professors can do. Carapa procera in Chi was simply Kusidre. And then Telfera occidentalis was Krobo. But I see how they've given it huge names. So good. And let me tell you this. I was in the department
once when I chanced on this advert that an oil
seed processing company were looking for a chemist. I said, wow, Prof, where are you? So I applied. And when I got there, They were not chemists, but they were looking for research and development chemists. Then I raised my hand. Here am I, Prof. Here am I. And that is how I stayed in cocoa processing. I've been there since 19. Ladies and gentlemen, lecturers in this department have also made their mark in the field of research. My research on the KNUST Staff Web Directory and ResearchGate, a popular hub on the internet for sharing academic publications, indicated that our 6 professors, and listen to this, Ellis, Odro, Agbenohevi, and peer-reviewed publications in both local and international journals. This does not include posters and chapters that they have contributed in various textbooks. Let us clap for our professors. According to ResearchGate, these publications have been assessed, and listen to this, have been assessed and read by 472,644 researchers. Again, they have been cited in over 1,091 publications. In addition to the numerous publications, the department has also been involved in some projects. Examples: artificial intelligence and food fraud detection, street food project, a collaboration with the Food Research Institute and the University of Copenhagen. High quality cassava fry and composite bread, an IFAD sponsorship program with McGill and IITA, and Cocoa Challenge, a KNUST collaboration with CPC to develop new cocoa chocolate products. Madam Chairperson, over the 20 years, the department
has also trained graduates who are doing well in many of our research institutions.
Non-governmental agencies, regulatory bodies, and private and public enterprises worldwide. One shining example of an enterprise that graduates from this department and continue to make significant impact on its operations, cocoa processing. Let
me say that unfortunately my managing director
join us, but he asked a strong delegation. So all colleagues who are from CPC, can you please?
Can you please take your seat? And this delegation.
Okay. Shall we please welcome the Vice Chancellor? I mean, let me share this this interesting story, or I'll say on the lighter note, let me say this. You know, Prof. Dixon visited CPC last year, and I was not there, but she was welcomed by the team together with one of managers, Madam Genevieve, and they took a picture. And you know, we took this picture lightly till we heard that she was a potential running mate. So we quickly and then cleaned it up. All CPC staff were waiting for the announcement because I told a line because of that picture. But that was on the lighter side. That's the vision. CPC currently can graduates
who are served in various departments. The two production factories,
environment, quality assurance, development, and corporate communication and executive positions. They are the young ones here will know what you can do with your sugar, getting company quality management systems, food safety management, halal and kosher,
in addition to the renewal of all the local certificates by GSA, EPA, TMP,
and factory inspectorate. As a key ingredient for professional business. This was a project that was supervised by Prof. Odro, Prof. Ellis, and Prof.
I think 5 publications. I didn't add it to what the professors have done, but if you have added
small. In the recipes and the development of new products for customers in the African Free Trade Territory area, Europe, and the USA. Prof. Chairman, I've been informed of the humble beginnings of this department. I've read about the 10 years they functioned under the chemistry. I've also been told of lectures held in bold lecture halls and research department laboratories due to a lack of structures, equipment, and lecturers. So if today we can enumerate these great achievements, I think that then we can say that a lot has been achieved by the department and by
any measure. The objectives set for it by the university administration are being pursued with passion. Ladies and gentlemen, while we
congratulate ourselves for the good work done so far, it is worth noting that information out there indicates that to do. The Sustainable Development Goals. In fact, SDG 1, which aims at ending hunger and ensuring access by all people, particularly the poor and vulnerable people, infants, to safe nutrition. In fact, in Ghana, the situation unfortunately worsened in 2022. The number of individuals in food crisis surged from 560,000 in 2021 to 823,000
in 2022, making almost a 50% increase in individuals suffering
food access, availability, and utilization. As per the Food and Agric Organization's records, the prevalence of moderate or severe food insecurity in Ghana affected almost 12.9 million people. That's about 39.4% of the total population in 2022. We have a lot of work to do. Post-harvest losses are still a major issue for our farmers. According to Mr. Stephen Odatefio, the head of the food security at the World Food Program, Ghana loses almost $1.9 billion to post-harvest losses, and he attributed these losses to factors such as lack of processing and poor storage facilities. Food poisoning is still a menace in this region. In February 2023, Kingsley Aprechum and his team, in a study that focused on food poisoning in a senior high school,
reported that it was becoming a
serious challenge. Toxins produced from our traditional methods for processing some foods are still on the high side. I cannot, after almost efforts by major stakeholders, including academia, we are all about the high prices of chocolate products. I agree. But the reality is that for cocoa, peanuts, palm oil used in the manufacturing of chocolate is important. Nuts. I believe a time like this is also an opportunity for the speaker to make some suggestions on all stakeholders despite the many challenges.
As we work towards fulfilling their purpose. First,
I think we should continue with good things that just that I want to focus group discussions with stakeholders and shortfalls, if any. We should not hesitate to review where necessary. 2, and I'm saying this with passion, we should continue to work on breaking barriers in industry. I heard Madam HOD asking for industry to come in. We will want to come in. But the reality is that industry is afraid of academia because sometimes when they come in, grab recipes or locally developed technology. But sometimes with this information that we thought it was just for academic purposes, you find later on as consultants for competitors. And in fancy, we say, oh, yeah, prof. Oh, yeah, so we still have to work on it. But let me confess, some progress has been made. I mean, cocoa processing company together with Food Science, Legon, and British Council were able to use this collaboration to develop a spa sugar-free chocolate product. We were targeting the world's market, and we were successful. One sad thing was that though we were looking for a local substitute for this project, somehow we couldn't get it. So we ended up using Multitol. And we are still back to neighboring. Prof, I'm sure you are aware of the Africa Agri-Food Knowledge Transfer Partnership, AAKTP, between Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology, Department of Food Science, and CPC. From available, I believe we can have more of such collaboration to break this perceived suspicion that allowing academia into industry somehow exposes your organization to threats that normally come from.
Last but not the least, is building
strategic networks. It has been said that networking is building relationship with business and social contacts to facilitate sharing information and resources that done. I will not be surprised if for many of us our networks are focused on helpers to accomplish routine assignments and tasks. This is good, and I'll urge you on to continue. However, we must also work very hard to develop what is called strategic networks. These are relationships typically work at it. Sometimes it's publish or perish. So we focus more on academia. But it gets to a point where you need some other people in academia. And the language that they understand sometimes what we are used to. It's not that comfortable relationships, but we have to. If you want industry to pump money into projects, you have to come
with answers to a simple question like, what is the next? We are very interested in communication.
We want profit. To conclude, professors, chairman, ladies and gentlemen, I believe that on this 20th anniversary of this department, we have much to celebrate. I think it is proper we say Aiko to all who in various ways have helped to birth this department, and to those who are nurturing it as well as those who are managing it today. I wish you all, including myself, a memorable celebration. May all of us live long to see the 50th anniversary of this department. Thank you, and God bless you.
collaborations in the future. And in the near future, it's not a very long time away. Ladies and gentlemen, our mother is in the house. Oh, you are not happy. Hey, our mother is in the house. Let's give her a resounding applause and a welcome our own mother, Professor Rita. Thank you. If I don't take the microphone from her, you know she will carry on. Please take your seat. First of all, let me chair, provost, and all colleagues and August guest speaker? Yes, keynote addresser. I'm happy I at least didn't miss all of it. Let me say, are we in the morning or afternoon now? Okay, so good morning to all of you. I apologize again for coming in a bit late. I had to see to some other things for all of us. Let me just pick it from where Dr. Asante left off. And indeed, that question you asked is a very legitimate one. What is in it? What is in it for us? Where us means industry. The answer to that question is there is so much in it for you. And KNUST is willing and ready and able and dedicated to ensure that you get what is yours. And it's not just about working with academia, working with industry, but we look at it as a more mutually beneficial relationship. So we are focused also on that. So just to assure you, because one thing that we believe as a university is the fact that we need to be able to rely on these enduring partnerships in everything that we are doing. These days, if you really want to improve, then the way to go is to go collaborating. And therefore, we'll do everything we can as a university, as we have been doing, to encourage the input of industry. But of course, it's a conversation we must continue to have. And since nobody owns wisdom, nobody owns monopoly of it, I think it's a continuous engagement so that we all put our ideas together. At the end of the day, as we try and close up our vision, we always end it. It is to ensure that the life of the people that we serve, the quality. Is that not why we are all here? So we are happy to work with you, Dr. Asante. Do you want to do it again for him? Thank you very much. Having said that, let me, on behalf of management, the entire university community, congratulate the Department of Food Science and Technology. 20 years is not a small... very well, the faculty, the college. Aiko to all of you. As I congratulate you, you know the next thing that will follow. Every appreciation is followed by application. What it means is for more from the department, from the faculty, and from the college. And I know that you are always up to it. Food science, you know, as for food, essential commodity, you cannot go through the day without mentioning that name. Is that not so? And as we always, in the morning, okay, as we always say, we are what we eat. These days, the conversation going on is that the other pandemic around us, sadly, is the non-communicable diseases. And you know what I'm talking about. The diabetes, the hypertension, and so on and so on. And when they come, you know, as cousins. One enters your body and the other one is following, for obvious reasons. And what science tells us is that what we are putting into the body, of course, input will always be equal to what? And I'm glad Prof. Ibokudro is here.
She drives so energetically the wellness team of this university. Clap for her. And one of the things that she and her team will keep reminding us, the focus for us as a university must be on preventive medicine rather than curative. And it's good for us because if we are able to prevent the diseases, then what it means is that the budget on health financing will reduce. And we will also feel, you know, all the polyphenols in cocoa, all these, what do you call it, phytoconstituents. You recall that during the COVID, even the President of the Republic, after greeting us, you know that greeting, sometimes will end up encouraging us that we should be eating our local. We have so much. I'm in food science. I wouldn't even try and bring my, my phytochemistry here. But you know, the phytoconstituents that are in our foods. One of the worries that I have as we look at our children eat at home is the fact that when you put our apapransa and give me some of the locals, the very indigenous one, amadeji, and then you put fried rice. Which one will Fifi and Yao and Ama take? There's trouble, a lot, and we have to focus on that. And you know, interestingly, it is even much more, if you like, relatively cheaper to take our local ones than that. I don't want to mention any of these spices, so the industry will come after my neck. We have cloves, we have ginger, we have osurisa, we have ofomrisa, we have all that. What do we have with, what do we want to do with hunger? I know they won't be happy. Forgive me, but I need to say this. The sodium glutamate in the system, is it not what is increasing, unless they have reduced the sodium? Because if sodium is still there, then obviously it is not helping our high blood pressure. True or false? So, food science, the ball is in your court. 20 years. The question I'm asking you is, department, faculty, college, what is the next move? Where do we go from here? What next? What do we want to do? We are in your hands. Please, it is your responsibility to ensure that we eat our food as medicine, not our medicine as food. It is your responsibility. Because when we don't look after ourselves well, and then the doctors pack us with all those, one morning, one afternoon, one evening, supported by we pharmacists. Sometimes when, you know, the old lady or whatever takes those tablets into her palm or his palm, and it's about to, it looks like granates. Please, that is the plea I want to put before you, Department of Food Science and Technology. We want to eat our food as medicine. When we do that, then all those non-communicable diseases, we will be able to get rid of them. Let us utilize our indigenous foods. We have so many of them, and they are very, very, very healthy. And those come with a lot of fiber, a lot of as I said, a lot of phytoconstituents that are healthy for us. If we don't do that and ensure that we are putting it in the food of these our children, we are heading for trouble. So just to keep it very brief, as Vice Chancellor, I am very proud of you as a department. 20 years, you've done very well. Industry, thank you. We couldn't have come this far if we were not working with you. Please, we are continuing to count on you. I'm sure the HOD, I think you mentioned it, she touched on it. We are Oliviers and Olivers here. We are asking for more collaboration. As for making sure that we are all benefiting, we will deal with that. On that note, once again, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, students, I just want to say, I salute you. College of Science, Faculty, and the Department of Food Science and Technology. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Can we do it better? Oh, let's do it better. Our mother has spoken. Let's do it better. In the ancient days, they have said, and let's do it better. Mom, thank you very much. Thank you. Yes, so we are almost getting to the end. We want to take some solidarity messages quickly. To do that, we want to invite our very own brother and alumni. Our solidarity message, thank you.
By natural sense, I'm confused.
Hey.
I'm confused.
Wow.
Thank you very much. I hope that Professor Chair will allow me to stand on the existing protocol to deliver my message. I'm so happy to be here today for so many reasons. I'm an alumni of this institution and this department. Professor Antonia Tete, Professor Odro, Professor Oda, Professor Zubufia, and all the professors. I studied at the department in 1998. And I have a very interesting story to tell. You know, I transitioned from an entirely different background to pursue MSc in Food Science and Technology. And I can imagine the day I went for the interview, I can imagine what happened. I'm sure that there was a debate as to whether I should be picked for the program or not. But eventually, I was picked. And I successfully graduated from the master program in 2002. That is many years ago. Today I'm here. And interestingly, I must indicate, especially to the young ones, in spite of all the avenues where I have to pass through and all of that, today I'm the Vice Chancellor of Koforidua Technical University. This is just to encourage you, the young ones. The sky, they say, is the limit. But I believe with hard work, the sky can even be just the beginning. Yeah. There are so much that you can do with this particular program. I must commend the department for the good work they did in order for them to bring us up to this level. Indeed, they have done so well, and I salute all the lecturers and the non-academic staff in the department for the good work they have done. I know that this department started from a very humble beginning, but now it has grown so much to the extent that it has made tremendous impact on society. And I think that is very, very commendable. So I congratulate the department on its 20th anniversary celebration. Celebrating 20 years of impactful food research and quality education is indeed appropriate as a theme for this particular anniversary. Many of the students that have been trained by this department now find themselves in very responsible positions in academia, in industry, and in so many areas. So, if myself and other alumni can see further of the giants. So, the giants, Professor Zobia, Professor Udro, Professor Oda, Professor Antonia Tete, and all the lecturers and the professors in the department, you are our giants. We indeed stood on your shoulders. And that is why we can find ourselves in the positions where we are today. And we commend you for this. May the good Lord continue to be with all of you. May the good Lord continue to be with the department. And to you, the young ones, I encourage you to work very hard. One of the areas that I want to charge you to, focus your attention on is what we call sustainability. We tilled the land many times. And what are we doing to our environment? Even these days, we are using a lot of chemicals. And as a result, we are polluting our water bodies. We are polluting our soils. And so you can imagine the kind of food we are taking in. Look at what Galamsey is doing to all of us. Is that the way we want to go? I think this country is in serious trouble. Very serious trouble. And so it is important that the little food that we produce, we should be able to process them very well so that we can avoid waste. We are told that in Africa, about 30 to 40% of the food we produce go waste. So as food scientists, food technologists, what are we doing? We have a lot to do. The department indeed has chopped many successes. But then I don't think we should be complacent with whatever we have done. We should work harder so that in the end, we can actually help this nation. We can develop many products such that we can reduce the extent of waste of our food products. If we continue like this, cutting down trees, planting food here and there, at the end of the day, about 30-40% going waste. That is not sustainable enough. So on this note, I thank all of you for the opportunity given to me to be part of this celebration. May the good Lord continue to be with all of us. Thank you.
We are encouraged, and as students, we'll heed your advice and we use sustainable means to ensure that the future generation also has access to food products. So we'll take our next message from Professor Osei Akoto. He's the Dean for Physical and Computational Sciences.
Good morning. Yeah, I don't want to sound too formal because most of the time you have to learn the truth. Now, first of all, I want to congratulate the department for coming this far. 20 years is not a joke. We have food science, and I have so much passion for food science for two reasons. My first reason is that when the HOD was speaking, he said that the department had been able to graduate 40 PhDs. And I was told that the first PhD candidate graduated from the department happens to be Dr. Mrs. Esther Jeduakoto of Cocoa Research Institute of Ghana. Yeah, who happens to be my better half. Yeah, so that actually has pushed me to food science, and most of the time I have interest in reading journals. Now, I have also observed that food science, the science behind the food, basically is chemistry. So you could also see that I'm a chemist, and therefore I also have the passion for food. We grow food with chemicals, as my friend said. We need pesticides, fertilizer to improve yield. When we harvest, we process them through the technologies that we have, but finally we consume the food. Unfortunately, we always have toxins coming with the food, so we are always cautious what we take. So the nutrients which push us to the food is basically chemicals. The toxins that we don't want, which we find them in the food, are also chemicals. Now, I need some few collaborations between professors in chemistry and professors in food science and other related areas like biochemistry, chemical engineering. Now, going forward, my wish is that let us try as much as possible to collaborate as we push the department forward, so that we can have more work between these departments as we try to feed the nation with food, with good nutrients, but not toxins. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for coming. Please, we'll take the next speech from Professor Antonio Tete. She's the former Dean of Biosciences and one of the founding lecturers of the Food Science Department. She actually taught me, yes.
Thank you very much. Oh, I am so happy to be part of today's program. And I want to thank the department for inviting me to give this special solidarity message. I bring you warm greetings from the Department of Biochemistry and Biotechnology. That's the mother of food science and technology. We have so much in common. And when the program, when the dream to begin food science and technology as a department was born in the 1980s. It was Professor Odam, Professor Mrs. Jobwefia, and some key other persons who came together. And, well, it was just a discussion, but then it just happened that at that same time, Professor Ben Simpson of McGill University was also planning to make or to contribute to the department's growth by creating this department. So it was an opportune time to grasp, to ensure that this department will be born. And we thank Professor and the others for the impact that they have made, including Professor Ellis, and then Professor Mrs. Odro. Now, because food science and technology and their training programs, in their training programs, they have identified with many of the SDGs. In fact, I sat down and I was trying to count them. So your programs focus on 8 of the 17 SDGs. So SDG 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 8, and then 9 and then 17. And if you put them together, we have no poverty. Indeed, the activities of graduates of food science and technology has been linked to entrepreneurship. When you come here and we train you, you get skills to develop new products, to solve key problems in industry. And when you go out there, many of you have become entrepreneurs. And when you become an entrepreneur, it means you are going to contribute to the national development plan. And you are going to create jobs. And that is going to bring income. And so poverty goes down. SDG 2 and 3 and the others, we are looking at health and food nutrition. And many of the projects in food science and technology are focused on the nutritional aspects of food, the quality aspects of food, the safety, and so on. And then even bringing in underutilized crops. Then if you go to, let's say, SDG 17, the last one, Partnership for Development. Food Science and Technology Department as a whole is linking up with industry to bring growth to the food sector in Ghana. Today I say AICO Food Science and Technology Department. And we congratulate you on this occasion of your 20th anniversary. Now there's more to do. And what you can do is establish more partnerships, more collaborations with other departments, as my senior professor Akoto said. In which areas? We have some key issues in the world, which many of us are worried about. GM foods. So, biotechnology, foods. And we know how these biotech products are created. Many of us may not understand how they are created, or we have become very apprehensive about the nature of the foods. So we want to find out. Some gene has been incorporated into, let's say, tomatoes, and now tomato is not getting the usual disease or the field, and we are getting more yield. Cowpea is also another example. Cassava is another example. Now, for the food scientists. How should the food scientists come into this picture? How is the introduction of the new genes protecting our crops? How are they affecting or influencing the nutritional value of food, the food safety, and so on? So these are key areas that we have to explore. And the Department of Biochemistry is there to collaborate with. Then we also have key areas like nutrition. Our Department of Biochemistry is running nutrition and dietetics. There are many areas that the Department of Food Science can link up with. They're already in it, but there is more work to do. And then we also have other areas of exploring into how nutrition can improve upon the solutions that we create when we have pandemics. We know that the world is in the era of pandemics. Every now and then, we are told that a new one is coming. So how do the food science and technology experts come into the picture? Which foods should we advocate for? And so on. So there's a whole lot of research arena to explore. I encourage you to create partnerships with other departments and then explore further into the areas that are of concern in our contemporary world. And upon this note, I want to wish you a happy anniversary. And as we have our young ones here, we hope that many of you are now thinking about the areas that you can explore in your career when you enter the university. Some of you may want to enroll in food science and technology as programs, and I encourage you to do that. So food science and technology department, I thank you very much. And biochemistry department is still with you. We have never departed from you. So thank you very much, and may God bless you all.
Thank you for answering. So the program she taught me was actually Introduction to Food Product Development. She made me develop interest in research and product. So actually mastered in food innovation design, and I've had a chance to also work as an R&D technologist in Kumasi. So thank you very much. So we take our next speech from Mr. Anthony Japon. He's the Deputy Registrar of the College of Science.
Professor Chair, ladies and gentlemen, if the department were a Ghanaian, it would have hit the age at which it votes in national elections, because it is only 20 years old. And the last time the election was held, it was 16 years old. Therefore, the Food Science and Technology Department can now vote. And when you vote for me. I think it's a joy to be here this morning to associate myself with the happiness of the Department of Food Science and Technology when it celebrates its 20th birthday. 20 years in the life of an institution is long, but not long enough, because people are 40 when life begins, people are 60, people are 80. So you are yet to begin life, probably so-called, because you are yet to be 40. But as you celebrate your 20 years, you are now planning into the future to see what life brings you by age 40. And that is where I associate myself with the efforts that you are making in the department, in the faculty, and in the college as you take your next steps towards the year 40. And so this occasion is so opportune and gratifying that everybody here associates with you and enjoys the day and all the activities that we are going to go through, ending on the weekend of Saturday. So on behalf of management of the college, I wish to say that you have come this far, and this far God has been with you. We pray for God's blessings to be with you as you journey into your future. May God bless you and grow the department from strength to strength. Have many more professors, many more doctors, many more students beyond the 600 number, so that you can become bigger and better. Thank you, and God bless you all.
Please we'll take another solidarity message from Dr. Sant.
Thank you very much, Elizabeth. To interest me to know that Elizabeth's father was with the professor for so many years, and it is good. I am doing this for my managing director, Honorable Kojo Ofori Safo. We really wanted to be here, but other duties are taking his time. He donated on behalf of the company some chocolate products, and the food scientists here requested that we give them the dark chocolate without milk. So I heard someone say, oh, this is food and nutrition, so you should go for the best. And then we will serve the royal bitter, because like Prof said, and I want to just share this with you. When it comes to chocolate consumption, we always say the bitter, the better. The darker, the better. So milk is good for the young ones. They need sugar and milk. But for many of us above 30 years, the bitter, the better. The darker, the better. Many years ago, I went to visit a prof and I said, cocoa is too bitter. Can't you people do anything about the bitterness? He said, Frank, if we touch the bitterness, that's the end of cocoa. Because it's all about the flavor notes, the bitter principle. So today, we'll all be given a tablet of TEK. The better, the better. So, I'm reading this on behalf of my managing director. I'm honored to extend our warmest congratulations to you on your 20th anniversary. We share a common passion for nourishing minds and bodies through the power of food. Your dedication to education and inspiring future food industry leaders is truly commendable. As we celebrate this milestone with you, we acknowledge the significance of our collaboration. Together we can drive innovation, promote sustainable practices, and enhance the well-being of our communities. I say we're looking forward to many more years of fruitful partnerships. Congratulations to the Food Science Department on your anniversary. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Santi. Please move to the message from Ghana Association of Food Science and Technology.
Thank you. Yes. Ghana Association of Food Scientists and Technologies. So if we talk about food science and technology, we have a body that brings us all together, whether students, professors, industry partners, or anybody interested in food, since all of us we eat food. So this association brings all of us together and happy part of this celebration. One thing very interesting about this association is that we have the Department of Food Science and Technology, KNUST, being the host, the secretariat for the association, which has been established since 2022, 2 years now. This year, we have a special AGM. So, if you are here and you are not a member yet, this is an opportunity for you to join. If not, you are not really seeing yourself in the picture. Because very soon, if you need a job, you must be a member of this association. If you want a scholarship, the association will have various scholarship opportunities for members. Are you following students present here? Yes. Industry partners. This association is for all of us. So on behalf of the president, who is Professor Pani Johnson at CSR's College of Science and Technology, we have our financial secretary, interim financial secretary. Can you guess? You should know. Professor Mrs. Ibok Odro. And myself, the interim general secretary, Professor Jacob Abanafabi. So, to make the message brief, since we have other activities, we want this celebration to be a memorable one, and we'll continue from GAFO's angle. So, congratulations, Food Science and Technology. Long live GAFOS. Thank you.
Thank you for your solidarity message. In fact, there's the last one. Let's quickly take it from one of our industry partners who is here with us. In fact, we have a long-standing also collaboration with them. The MD himself couldn't be here with us, but he has sent somebody to represent. So the rep from Premium Foods, shall we have you quickly give us a solidarity message? Oh, let's do it for him better as time. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. On behalf of Mr. Tom Gambra, the MD of Premium Foods, we want to thank the department for inviting us to this August occasion. Food Science Department has been a key partner to Premium Foods. We have a shared vision. We believe in nutrition, hygiene, and ensuring that our people eat healthy foods. And that is the space we found ourselves. Our relationship has been a mutual one, where the department has conducted several research on our behalf, And we owe it to the department for some of the products that we've been able to launch into the market today. And we also have been a key partner to the department by way of training students. We've had several students from the department passing through us by way of internship. And indeed, we have several of our employees being students who pass through this department. And celebrating your 20th anniversary, we know this is not the end of our relationship. We believe that you continue to support the industry, you continue to assist us with technology in food and food science development, and we will continue to partner each other. We congratulate you for coming this far, and we look forward to more achievement with the department. Thank you very much. My name is Kennedy Apam. I'm the Chief Finance Officer of the company. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Kennedy. Thank you. 20 years of impactful research and quality education. We couldn't have done this with some long-standing department, and we really want to appreciate them now. So I want to invite our event program coordinator in the person of Dr. Alumni Boachi to come and do the presentation.
Thank you very much, Madam NC. Standing on earlier protocol observed, it's a real honor and pleasure that today we have all of you here, and especially our dignified dignitaries. God bless you. And as Dr. Ankabrewu said, we just want to quickly honor those who have helped us thus far. We thank God Almighty. But most especially, you will agree with me that we could not have done it without our Vice Chancellor. And Mommy doesn't know that we are acknowledging her presence here. So I will stand up the protocols already established, and would want to say a big thank you to our Vice Chancellor. But my own mommy will do that on our behalf. So we'll call Professor Mrs. Ibokudro. Our mother to help us tell our Vice Chancellor that Professor Mrs. Rita Akosia Dixon, we are more than happy to have you, and for the support and all that you have done for us. Thank you very much.
Can we carry this?
God bless you. We have one of the long-serving members of the department. In fact, when I came here, when I saw him, I asked, is this also a lecturer for my master? He's no other than our own Professor James Oldham, who has been here with us through thick and thin. And so we want to say thank you. And from Oldham celebrated last Sunday, so can we say happy birthday? 84th birthday, that's a blessing. That's a blessing. That's a blessing. Just for the photographs, so we hold it for Prof. Yes, to have the photographs. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you, Mommy. Thank you. God bless you. Thank you. And we have some few others. We could not have done this without also the provost of the College of Science. He's been with us through thick and thin. And always whenever we go for more money, Prof always opens his doors for us. And so we want to thank you. I've made my mommies get up too many times. And so we will have the Honorable Dean of the Faculty of Physical and Computational Sciences, Prof. Akoto, to do us the honors to shake the palm of Provost for us as the parcel to Professor Leonard. Photographers, please get us here pictures. Thank you. biotechnology. And to date, you know, when you have a child, the child never stops breastfeeding. We still go to them every now and then. We even use their tea room and bully them about. And so we want to say a big thank you to the Department of Biochemistry and Biotechnology. And we have Professor Tete and Mrs. F.O. Mensah here. If they can do us the honor to take it on behalf of the department. Thank you so much, Prof. Thank you so much. And so we invite our own registrar, Tell Biochemistry, we are grateful that they continue to support us all the time. Thank you so much. So thank you. We want to wrap up. We are done, but we cannot celebrate our 20th anniversary without acknowledging one particular person. That the history tells us that she was instrumental in sending the documents for the department to the planning committee and to the university, and that is none other than Professor Mrs. Victoria Jogovia. And she's not here, but she has asked Mrs. F.O. Mensah to take it on her behalf. So please let's welcome Mrs. F.O. Mensah. And we will have our own chief accountant, Mrs. Catherine Alka, to tell Prof. Jogovia that we are grateful, that she's submitted our documents. Thank you so much. So to round up, we are 20 years, but God has been gracious unto us. We have 3 retirees. They are not just ordinary retirees. They were the founding members. They have supported the department, and we have come this far. In fact, everyone here, including all the lecturers, were taught by them. So to start with is somebody and the brother. And the somebody is Professor Mrs. Ibokodro, and the brother, of course, is Professor William Otu Ellen. So she will take it on behalf of her brother and on her own behalf, so that we save time. Mommy, can we please have you? And we will have your own student, Dr. Frank Asante, to present to you, to tell you that we are grateful. Thank you, Professor William Otu Ellen and Professor Mrs. Ibokodro. So Mommy is taking it on behalf of her brother. Thank you so much. Please can we move in to get the better picture for them? God bless you. And last but definitely not the least, it is also Mr. John Berima, who unfortunately could not be with us, but our HOD will take it on his behalf. So for the Congress, Mr. Berima has a daughter here who happens to be our own MC. So Dr. Mrs. Gloria Cabrera will take it on behalf of his father, as Professor Mrs. Rebuberu presents this to him. Thank you so much. Thank you. God bless you. Thank you all so much. We cannot let you go without enjoying cake. So that's the last and Mommy. We are done. Over to you, MC.
Yes. Thank you. Oh, let's do it better. Let's do it better. We are still sharing with this. So we are about to cut our cake, and before we do that, we have to acknowledge the presence of our Vice Dean, the Vice Dean of Bioscience, in the person of Professor Faye Bafo. Shall you give him a round of applause? Yes, thank you very much. And then we're going to cut our cake. Yes, please. It was done by a food scientist. We have one of our alumni, now a PhD student. She's the one carrying the cake herself. Yes, coming to present it. She's the person of Miss Gloria Mensah. Yes, she prepared the cake. First, she has to tell us the ingredients.
Yeah.
So we invite our chairperson, we invite our guest of honor, we invite all our dignitaries quickly, yes. Let's come and help the department. HOD, the assistant vice dean, bioscience, yes. Yes, Dr. Asante, all our registrars, all of them, yeah. First, I have to say happy birthday for the department. Yes, for program. Happy birthday to Food Science. Happy birthday to Food Science. Happy birthday to Food Science. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to Food Science. Happy birthday to Food Science. Happy birthday to Food Science. Happy birthday. And technology, my brother will say, yip, 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 hooray! Yip, 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 hooray!
We cut this cake in the name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen.
Congratulations, Food Science. Please, let's join the stage as we take pictures. Yes, the dignitaries want to take a beautiful picture. Yes, for our album. Thank you. Thank you. We'll make our chairman sit down. He has to give us the closing remarks quickly. Our chairman goes closing remarks before you sit down. Then we are done.
Madam Vice Chancellor, we are happy that you've been able to make this, and all the ministries we are very happy.
So very excited. I stay here longer than this because
so that they can continue bringing more food. But unfortunately, all too soon we have to leave because we have other important schedules that we have to attend to.
We started very well. It's been exciting. The HOD actually called for industry academia collaboration. She asked that the industry to look at us and then support our students. In fact, we have a lot of very brilliant students, and sometimes the very brilliant ones really lack resources to continue studying. So
these are future investment, and please take the
opportunity to invest in them. I add my voice, as Vice Chancellor also said. We are happy to collaborate. Our keynote speaker indicates some reservations that the industry have with the academia. I think well noted, and we are ready to come on board. As the Vice Chancellor indicated, we want to come on board with integrity.
And then we also want to come on board
not with mutual collaboration. We really want to mutually collaborate, not to be self-centered. Rather, look at collaboration that will support and grow Ghana. We want to really together work. We also, you also share your experience as a student. It's very exciting to just see some of our own students come back to us and working. That tells you how much KNUST has contributed to Ghana. And there's more contributions. Even if you just focus on food science alone, we can really look at more that we can talk about. As said, you realize that this is the program that really builds on and produce not only just graduates but also entrepreneurs, and that has shown all through the program. We also listened to our other supporting speech. The speech from the Vice Chancellor focused on trying to make sure that let's eat healthy food. She focused more on us enjoying. And then if you have to do that, we cannot do that by making sure a lot of research is made into what we eat, and so that we take food more. The food should be our medicine. See what that's the food, what she said. The food should really be our medicine. We should focus on taking food rather than going for the medicine. So prevention is better than cure. That was prevention is better than cure. And other speakers came. I just got to know that my own dean has her own wife. I now see that she's always looking very healthy. So she has a scientist as a wife. It means that she's always eating healthy. And she's been able to also link up chemistry. When he started speaking, then I remembered my chemistry lecturer, Professor Das, who made us aware that everything is chemistry. Our hair on that we have is chemistry. The dress is chemistry. The food we eat is chemistry. That is what he's going to say. That is just telling us that everything around us is chemistry. And very well noted. And he called for collaboration. There should be more collaboration from food science with the chemists. My own former dean also said the same thing. She's also looking at us to have more collaboration. She indicated that we have more entities. She precisely said out of the 17, 9 of the entities actually from food science are food science related. The program actually is SDGs focused, and which is very good. And she asked for more collaboration. She wanted the Department of Bioscience and Food Science, as you always go to your mothers. Your mothers are looking out for you. They want to still work with you to build more. There's more in them that they want to give out and go to them. Other speakers also mentioned that from the industry side, how good the collaborations is. The last industry indicated that most of their staffs are from food science department, which we are so excited and proud of you. And in all, I want to say that the program has been very well organized and everything has been on point. Thank you very much for coming, and thank you all. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. So all too soon, we are wrapping up on this program, and we are really grateful to God. It's been such a good weather. Of the days, we don't have a good weather all the time, so we are grateful that the weather has been good. And we thank all our dignitaries for handling our invitation. God bless you very much. Our Vice Chancellor, our Keynote speaker, and all our professors. We are also grateful to the departments, the lecturers, the students who came here to make this program a success. We are also grateful to the 2 SHS schools who are here. Thank you for coming. Also, we are very grateful to see, aside giving each of us chocolates, we have a special package for the Vice Chancellor and then the Department of Food Science. Thank you very much. And also, we'd like to say a very special and a big thank you to our they raised 27,000 to support this program. Thank you.
So we have come to the end of the program. A few announcements. We are going around to see the products on display. They are also being sold at affordable prices. So as you go around, just go to buy something, take it home at affordable price. And I believe you also enjoy. CPC has also given us a cold drink. So it is also out there. So I believe you have all received your bags. The bitter. You don't like bitterness. The better. And I believe you have tasted the bitter. And it's not so bitter as you think. But it's very nice and healthy. So when we go out, there is also a cold drink for us. Oh, let's give it up for CPC. They've done so well. They've done massively. And we really appreciate their support. So we'll go out, the HOD will lead our dignitaries in the file as they go around and visit the stands. And then after that, all the dignitaries will go to FF23 for a short for some refreshments. So only dignitaries are allowed to go to FF23. Please, the last announcement, the first year and the second year food science students must remain in the hall for a very short announcement. Thank you all. Thank you all. God bless you. Have a beautiful day. Oh yes, so the CPC drink is all time. Instant, yes, it's the instant drinking, the nice one. Yes, that's the nice all-time instant drinking chocolate. Closing prayer. So please move forward and Professor Ibo to give us. Shall we pray this time?
Some people's birthday and our provost's birthday is this week also. That we will give you thanks. That we came together and say thank you. Lord, we commit everything that we are going to do these 3 days into your hands. We ask you, Lord, that you take absolute control. That we trust you to see us here and the next 20, 30, 40, 50 until you come.
Thank you, Mommy. Thank you. Please, everyone remain seated. Nobody leaves the hall now. Our dignitaries are leaving out. We are going out first, going to visit the exhibition stands. So please don't leave before our dignitaries. They have to leave first. So let us sit patiently for them, wait for them as they. And please, after the exhibition, the dignitaries will also take pictures with our alumni around. Please, all science alumni will take some pictures with the dignitaries. So let's get ourselves together and then do that activity. Thank you.